Hey guys, it's Ben Terry Farm, and I'm making a video today. This is a project that I've needed to do for a long time, but haven't really found time to do it, but I guess today is going to be the day. And what I'm talking about is that we have had ducks for about 2 years now, and they lay their eggs on the ground inside the duck house that we have for them, and we move it quite frequently, but they lay them early in the morning, early enough that I don't get out there and let them out, and so the duck eggs end up being dirty, and so we want to build a nesting box for them. And I'm out here today with our sawmill, which I haven't made any videos of using the sawmill yet, but I'm going to make a video here showing you how we operate it and how we're going to construct this duck nesting box. So here is the sawmill. This is a poplar log. I hope you can hear me over the wind. It's really windy today, but it's a beautiful day. And this log actually was, I don't even want to say given to me because I had to go get it. Even though we have lots of dead logs here on the farm. A previous neighbor of mine called me to get these poplar logs that he wanted cut down. And so I went and got them a while ago, and before it ends up rotting, I'd like to use it. Poplar is very soft wood, but it's pretty strong for how soft it is. It's easy to work with, and it's lightweight, which is why I want to use it. You see the Amish are going by here. So it's a good choice for what we want to use it for. I thought I had some plywood left over from another project, but I don't. So we're going to be using this poplar wood. And before I talk anymore, I'm going to show the operation.
I hit it. Okay, Dad.
All right. So we sawed this off, and I'm going to move the slab off. And this will actually be used for firewood. So it's a great thing to have a sawmill. I'll come over here and show the log at you. This is what the inside of the log looks like. It's got a little bit of different color in it. But what we'll do is we'll just continue to square this up. We'll continue to square this up. We got one more cut to make on the bottom. There's still, you see a rounded edge on the bottom. And then what we're going to do is basically just make some as wide as we can, cuts. I'm not sure what that is there, but it's probably about a foot or so, and that should be enough height for them to get in there and lay down and lay their eggs. So this will kind of be in place of our plywood. If I had plywood, I'd probably make the box a little taller, but this looks like it'll probably be enough, and it'll go the whole length of the duck house and support it. So all right, show you how we made this duck nesting box, and I'm out here with the ducks right now, and I'm going to turn the camera around in a moment and show you what we built. And if anyone hasn't seen our ducks, there they are. They're behind us, or behind me. And anyone's new to the channel or doesn't know anything about our farm, The ducks stay outside all year. They're pastured year round. We don't ever put them inside, so this is what they live in, which they don't actually really live in it. They just stay in there overnight. And I built that 2 years ago. The timber, it's black locust that I cut on the sawmill. So just like the duck nesting box, I cut the wood myself. And then I use oak for like the supports and the door. And it's worked pretty well. I mean, even in the most harsh environment, snow blowing and whatever, ducks are really tough. So, you know, they just need a little windbreak and not be in direct rain and snow, I guess. I mean, they've done really well just on that. So, but the problem we're having is with the eggs getting dirty. So ducks only lay eggs basically in the morning, like very, very early in the morning. Normally if I come out here like even 7:30, they're almost done laying. So from that time period till I get out here, they walk around on them and get them all dirty. So what I did was, in the previous video I showed you the log we were cutting. I'm gonna turn the camera around. And so I put it all together. I didn't have time to like film myself building it. I mean, it's very basic, and I'm gonna show what I did really quickly for anyone who's interested in building something like this. But I used 3-inch exterior screws, and I didn't use any nailers or anything. It's just the boards screwed to each other. Now on the bottom, I just went along and screwed, you know, every foot or so. And I used this metal that we had left over from another project, and I just used roofing nails on the back, so it comes up really nicely. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put some of this einkorn straw down in there, and then we're gonna put it into the duck house, and hopefully they'll use it. And I cut these 7-inch holes. I think it should be plenty big for them to get into. And like I said, hopefully they'll use it. Otherwise, this was a complete waste of time, but I think that they will. For whatever reason, birds, chickens, ducks, they just feel safer. It's probably like, you know, that natural instinct in them to put their nest away, out of sight, away from predators, that I hope this will draw them into it. And they'll start laying their eggs in here instead of walking all over them, and they won't have to wash duck eggs all the time. So, all right, we're going to put it in the duck house now. You can hear me over the ducks. We're about to move them, and I wanted to show you whether our duck nesting box is working, and also just wanted to show you moving them because I've never showed that before. But I have a new fence set up here, and basically they're just attracted to the water and feed, so they're just going to run over there, and then I move their house and I close the fence off. So I'm going to open up their house. So basically that's just what they do every time we move them. I don't have to mess with screwing around with them or anything. And I pretty much already knew what I was going to see in here because this nesting box has been in here a couple days. But yeah, so it hasn't worked out the way I wanted it to. So we'll check inside and see if there are any eggs at all. It hasn't been working the way I wanted it to. But it's mostly, I think, because... so there's an egg there, but I had that egg in there just to get them to try to use this thing. They seem to like to bury the eggs. But what it has done is it has gotten us some cleaner eggs unintentionally. They actually have been putting them underneath there. And once they roll them under there, they are a lot cleaner, but that's not what I wanted them to do because there's no straw under there, so they're still a little bit dirty. I'm not sure what I'm really going to do because the thing is floating. It's floating above the ground, and so there's always going to be that crack unless I put a flap or something, but then I'd have to like remove it every time I want to move their house to the new spot. So yeah, it hasn't worked out the best so far, but we're going to make some improvements, and I have seen them in there, and yesterday we did get an egg out of there, a nice clean egg. So one of them at least got in there and laid, but I don't know. We'll have to figure something else out. But now I'm going to move their house over there, and Hey guys, it's Ben Terry Farm. I just want to give you one more update. So we did actually, the ducks are starting to lay in here, which is awesome, because an egg like this, I should wipe my hands off. An egg like this right here was very rare for us. Actually, it basically never happened unless one of them had late in the day. And that's pretty clean. That is, pretty good for hatching. And that's what we want to do right now is we want to hatch these. And that one's good too. In fact, they're all probably acceptable. I mean, you might have some problems. That's getting a little dirty, but it's not terrible. And we're really looking for these big ones because we have khaki Campbells and Pekins, and they're all sort of interbreeding, and we might get some mix, and it's whatever. But I didn't take the time to separate the breeds. But it does seem like when we did this before, that if you just took the really big ones, they were either Pekin or they were silver Appleyard, and they're both pretty big, and they grow pretty decent. So yeah, it's actually starting to work, and I'm very happy with that. Because for a while I was just thinking maybe I just wasted my time. Although I'm sure there's still ones shoving them underneath this thing. I don't know if you can see any under there or not, but unfortunately they're still shoving some under there. But I think if we keep the straw in here and keep it clean, that this is going to be a well worthwhile project. So, all right, thanks for watching.